Hi friends, this is Nomita from mysavvyworld.com. I know I started a little bit late today. I apologize. I was preparing a little bit last minute, but I wanted to exactly get a very important point across. So anyway, thank you for joining me, all of y'all. So I want to tell you, I was at our Pacific Northwest Dental Conference last week in Seattle, and I met many dentists there, made new friends, and one of them just stayed in my mind. So she, after a little bit of initial conversation, she was very upfront and she said, "Nomita, I wish you could show me how to have work-life balance." She said, if I am doing well at work and things are going excellent, I know my home life is suffering. She said, I know I'm kind of not the best with my kids, with my spouse, and just my home life overall is suffering. And she said, when I find that I'm doing really well at home and everything's going smooth, she said, I know at that moment the office is being neglected and it's not as good. And she said, if you could just help me find that balance, you're going to be my best friend. So that touched me, and I was like, this is exactly what I stand for. This is exactly the reason I've started blogging. This is the reason I put on the Time Freedom Summit. Have this website, the My Savvy World. That's what it is, this savvy world for us. And so I told her, I said, listen, I will help you. This is not rocket science. I know I can help you, and frankly I am in touch with her, so I will definitely keep you updated with her progress. But it's only been a week since I met her. Hi Daria. good to see you. So Daria is going to relate to this topic, so I'm glad she's listening. Yeah, okay, so here's what, if we look at this this problem that she presented with, this work-life balance, it's not new. She's not the only one having it, right? Most of us feel that struggle and that constant juggling that we go through, at different times and in different intensities. So really, the problem is this constant juggle. And if I were to break this down, there's really 3 levels of solution, right? So on the surface level, all 3 are solutions, but obviously when we work on all 3 together, that's when you get a powerful transformation. That's when the real change happens. That's when the long-lasting, change happens that's going to stay. So I want to share with you all 3 levels, and I think you'll be able to see how that combination can be pretty powerful. So really, on a superficial level, it is, I would say it is learning to think and act and function like a dentist CEO. And I just completed my dentist CEO program, and I had 5 dentists that really did wonderful, got a lot of insights and aha moments, like, oh, I did not even realize I was being a slave. I didn't even realize I was doing all these tasks that were really employee tasks and not CEO tasks. Or they were like, oh, I did not even realize I should be focusing my time on these CEO tasks. And we kind of enumerated 6 major CEO tasks. On the top of my head, clearly a few that come to my mind is clearly laying down the vision. And if you have a mission, having a mission and then a clear vision on where you want to take this practice, that is a CEO role. And you don't just think about it once and write it down and put it on the shelf. No, you have to remind yourself, and you can modify it, but that has to trickle through to everything that you're doing in your practice. Do you follow? And as it trickles through, everyone gets more and more clear about what you stand for, what this practice stands for, and then you will feel that satisfaction, and you will not feel that, oh my gosh, my employees just do things on their own. Why don't they understand this is what they should be doing? Those kind of questions get or issues won't come up as much because everyone is on the same page. So anyway, that building the team and empowering the team is a CEO task. What else? Building culture in your practice, that's a huge CEO task. Cultivating partnerships with other professionals, with your a specialist, that is part of CEO task, and a couple more. So like I said, so the first solution is thinking like a dentist CEO, right? Then the second layer of solution would be prioritizing your time. Prioritizing your time between the 4 key quadrants of our life. And the one is the CEO time, the second is our clinic time, the third is family time, and the fourth one would be me time. That's the self-care. So and there is, we actually did an exercise where we said, listen, all of us have approximately 112 awake hours in each week, about that much, and we broke down where we are using our hours right now, and then we wrote down wherever we felt that it was you felt you were not giving enough time. And typically it was in that self-care block, it was in the CEO time and family time. So we redistributed the hours, all the hours that we have, in a much more balanced manner. And so then there was a very clear picture that emerged, and even though you don't follow it minute by minute, it gave everyone a much more clearer idea of where the problem is and what the solution is. And gradually they are actually working towards a much more balanced life, where they've prioritized these 4 quadrants in a much better way. And it's very individual, but depending on each person's seasons, depending on each person's families, their circumstances, they've prioritized their time. So that would be like a second layer, where you don't feel hurried, and you don't feel torn, and you don't, you're not constantly juggling. Okay. Now, see, these two are good, but there is a much, much deeper third layer of solution. And this is the one that will truly bring about that transformation, that will truly make you feel like, yes, I've nailed it. Okay. And so that one in just a nutshell is, you've got to set a new course for your life. And by that I mean, we have to have a very clear, you can say a life book, or it's a manifesto of what you want your life to be like. And I know it sounds huge, it sounds like a lot of work, it almost sounds too up in the air, but it's not. And this is the part where when I've actually done it myself, and I've worked with dentists where we actually created this written, very clear written manifesto of what they want their life to be. That clarity is what gives them power. That clarity helps them to make so many decisions with ease, because now it's not a battle. It's very clear. This is where I want to go. This is why I want to go. This is how I want to reach there. And so a lot of these struggles just totally melt away because of that clarity. And just to give you a glimpse of what that written manifesto would have, it would answer, questions like, what am I really after in this life, right? If I were to ask you that question, it's going to take some thinking, but you will come up with it, and you're going to be like, oh, am I really after the money? Am I really after just paying the debt? Am I really after having $1 million practice so that everyone kind of looks at me in that way? Or am I really after the satisfaction of helping patients? Am I really after having financial independence so I can pursue my passions, so I can free up my time, so I can do these other things that I really want to do? All these answers start to evolve. But it's beautiful, because once you start to go deeper and think about what it is that you really want, then your entire constitution will help you towards that. But when we are not clear, and when we are just working because that's what a dentist does, or we are working because of other people's dreams about you or other people's expectations alone, or you are working to just for the status, that kind of makes that'll make you jump from here to there, and you will not have that clarity, and you will not have that power to make decisions, because you're unclear of what you are doing for what. So what you are really after in life. So anyway, that was one example of that written manifesto. And then once you've got that clear, then it's easy to fight for the things. You follow? I mean, I'm saying fight, but it's like you will love to sacrifice other things for what you stand for. You will love to tolerate some hardships because you're moving in the right direction. It will not feel like a hardship. It will not feel like a burden. It will not feel like you're you're giving up things or you're letting go. It will be your pleasure to live that way, because you are progressing towards what really matters to you. Do you see that? I hope this is coming across. I really would love if you give me a thumbs up or write something in the comments so I know this is going across. All right. So here's the thing. Just like my friend that I met at the PNDC conference, I'm going to offer each of y'all, anyone who is interested, to join me in this Dare to Dream strategy session. It's a free 45-minute session we will do over the phone or over Skype, whatever is comfortable. And I want to help you in this strategy session to achieve 3 goals. And I kind of wrote them down. But the number one thing we'll do is we'll crystallize your vision, okay, for your career, for your family, and for your life. Number 2, we will identify the number one habit that is stopping you from, pursuing that vision. And often it's a deep down belief, or it could be some kind of a blockage that's stopping you, and we are going to uncover that and break free from that. And number 3 is we are going to create an action plan, like a roadmap, so that you can follow that to rise to your full passion, to your power and your purpose. So I would love for you to take advantage of this offer. There is a link below that you can click and schedule that free Dare to Dream strategy session with me. I would love to empower each one of you, and in that session I will also offer you the chance to join one of my group programs, or one of my other coaching programs, whichever you feel. So I will make that offer. If it's something that feels like a right fit, we'll take it further. If not, hey, you will still have these 3 things, these 3 clarities, and I only wish you the best. So with that, I hope you guys have a great rest of the Sunday, and definitely give me that thumbs up and schedule that strategy session now. Bye, you guys.